brings plastic back. It really makes it shine. Look at this. This is the nonsense. I had every intention of showing you guys how to do this today. We are on the home stretch here with the 930. If you guys have not been following along, we've been doing a mild restoration on this vehicle, which includes, we did the entire suspension, a really cool exhaust system, and we just finished up the interior in the last episode and gave the car, look at this shine, a quality buff and a ceramic coat. And today we are on to this, everybody. I am super pumped for it. We're doing all of the exterior body work. And huge thanks to Richie for painting this stuff in this midnight black, jet black, what do you call this?
Midnight black, are you making anime references?
Oh, I don't know, DP, I don't know, but look at this, it's gonna look fantastic. But we do have things to fit up here, like fog lights and a grill here. So let's get this on the bench and have a further look at it. This is certainly a concept that I'm not used to. A fog light that's integrated into the bumper. You can see the bracket here. So this is going to live down in this area like that. I'm gonna have to, I guess, make some adjustments to get it to fit right. And as for the fog light itself, you can see this piece of glass is just trashed, like so trashed. Thankfully, boys over at FCP Euro have these ones available, so we will get a minty fresh look on it. You can see the trim here is very faded out, and I'm gonna go to my my favorite Cerakote trim coat here, which if you guys have not watched us use this in the past, this applicator brings plastic back, like it really makes it shine. Look at this. It's kind of unreal what it does. And it is a ceramic coat to a certain extent, so it will make a good contact, like good adhesion to this. That looks pretty dang good. You're gonna do the other one here. She's gonna look minty fresh. Just tightening this up here, and our fitment is 7 to 8 out of 10. On this side, you can see it's certainly a little bit deeper than this side, but that is a common theme that you will see for the 80s. We had it with Connie, and with this car here, it's just, things just don't fit up like what we're used to now with everything being so precise. But I'm pleased enough with that, and as a bonus, it does look pretty new and fresh, DP. It's pretty remarkable that you can still buy a lot of stuff like this brand new. This is from FCP Euro. They do have a whole bunch of OEM Porsche stuff, guys. You can see a amber, I guess this is a parking signal. It's not a turn signal. It's like a parking lamp that lives right here and fresh and new. As for the turn signal, in hindsight, I should have purchased another new one. I didn't do that. I figured I would reuse my own one. You can see the chrome is a little, it's not looking so good. And the light bulb, so here's the thing. This is going to be an amber parking light. This here is going to be the turn signal, but I'm going to use a clear marker on it because I think it's gonna look better. So that might be a little deceiving if I had a clear bulb. So I did go into the stash, found an amber turn signal bulb that kind of has this like chrome on it, which gives it that look, or gives it a less of an amber look, but it'll still flash orange. And you can see that goes on there, and then this will go on here, and we have ourselves our setup. I also do have this in clear if I want to try that, but I do really like the breakup of this. Otherwise, it's just gonna be like one long clear look, and I think this looks a little bit better. Bumper is all assembled, and that did take way longer than expected. There was a lot of finicky stuff, but it's all good because it means now that I can fit this up and start bolting everything together. Well, that went on rather well. You can see it, the fitment on it is really, really good. This rubber trim piece, I think, which is from a 964, I think breaks up the bumper and the rest of the body very nicely. In one of the first videos, I showed you guys this lip from GT Design. And this was for a narrow body car. It was sectioned and widened by Richie when he did the paint job. I think at this point, we're just gonna put this up here and see if I like it. With the wheels on and this car somewhat at ride height, you can kind of see like there's just something off. I don't want to put this lip on for the sake of putting a lip on. I certainly think it needs something, but I'm not sure it's this lip. I don't know, DP. There's something off, and it looks good from the front, but then you get to the side, and the side here, you can see it's a little short, which isn't great. You know, I could live with that. It also has like the slightest rake upwards. I don't know, guys. This one, it's like from the beginning, I've always struggled with it, and I'm still there. I think for the time being, we're gonna have to leave it off. I wanna complete the car, get it all together, and then maybe look at refitting it. Before we go fitting the rear bumper, let's just take a moment and admire what is the exhaust system. If you guys have not watched the previous episode or the Vibrant video on this exhaust system, certainly do so, because it is a work of art, and it has a G-Sport ultra high performance catalytic converter, and this was the main reason why I switched the exhaust system out. And I wanted something that looked a little bit cooler, and I certainly think these oval tips are very, very cool. So now with the snap of my fingers, I'm gonna make this bumper be installed. Here we are. Bumper is back in place, and I love it. It certainly is a racier look. Doesn't have the accordion things. My old bumper that I had on here had the accordions over here, those little absorbers, the rubber pieces. I didn't love those. And it had the big impact pieces, the rubber pieces on here that I had actually deleted. And this just gives it more look. It's got holes here, which, you know, everybody loves race holes. I was all hyped to show you guys the trunk on here, and it has been met with a lot of frustration. So we put this thing on, and we cannot get it to unlatch here. You can see what's happening. It's jamming up. And this has now happened to us 3 times where we kind of like try to line it up. You put it on, and it looks like it's good, and then jams up. We've been fighting with this for, I don't know, 40 minutes now, maybe, and it's just the same thing. So now I'm just like, again, it's jammed up here. I don't even have it tight on here, but it has to go like the right way. Oh, see, now I've latched it. So if I pop it open, it just does not. You gotta find the right combination of forward. Gotta go forward, I think, or it's gotta go back. It's gotta go back. It's gotta go back. And it's just insane. This is the nonsense. But I guess this is aftermarket for you.
Yeah, I was gonna say fiberglass parts, man. As pretty as it is, it's turning into a real pain in the butt.
I don't know what to do. It's latched on again. Dang it. Anyways, we'll get you updated once we figure out something here, but things are not looking good. I think we've dialed it in enough now where the latch, there it is, it's locked. Let's hope, let's see. Oh.
That looks promising.
That is promising. If you see it pop like that, then there you go. It does open, so that is a nice relief. And as for the wing, it's all coming together. It's looking really good. I know a lot of you, it was basically a 50-50 between this wing and the big boy 993 GT2 wing. That was just a little too hard for me. I don't know, who knows? Maybe when we put this car on the ground over here, we might go to it. But right now, this is kind of like that perfect street car look with the wing, but it's not like overbearing. It's still a big wing, but it's subtle enough where I feel it's street car spec, so I am digging it. This car really doesn't come with any real side skirts. This to me is more of like a lower rocker guard rather than a side skirt. You can see it bolts up like that. I did have Richie paint this, as you can see, so that it'll be a little bit shinier. This was kind of like just a dull rocker guard. I thought long and hard about buying the 965, so that is a 92 to 95 911 turbo side skirts. They're more streamlined, they're lower. They also come up here a little bit. They look really cool, but they were like $1,500, I think, US per side. And the other issue is, you guys see this rocker guard here. If I peel this off right now, you will see a paint line right along here, and I would have had to take this off to use that other side skirt. So we would have had to do something about the paint, because when this car was painted, believe it or not, they left these on and just masked it and went full paints, went full ghetto spec on it. Well, let's just bolt these on for now and let's see what they look like.
Any easier there, PT?
We have not been shooting much of this stuff because it's like, oh, 5 bolts and it's on and it's done. And the truth is, this has all been a bit of a nightmare. The trunk, the rear bumper fought me, the front bumper fought me. And now this new little rubber trim piece that runs along here is fighting me too. It does not want to just go in smoothly. I even lubed this track up. It's supposed to slide on here, you can see, and it still just pops right out. So it's been a bit of a battle here, but I kind of expected it because it is an old car. Like, these cars go back to the 60s in terms of design. Like this G-body version, you know, ran from like, I don't know, 65 all the way to 87 or 88, and then they updated to the 964s. So there's just, it's all so antiquated, and it just...
So how many hours are we into the bumpers and the side skirt?
4, 5 maybe, 4 or 5 hours. Yeah, it seems crazy just to bolt that stuff on, but it's like, you know, even this here, right? Like, this will be 15 minutes by the time I destroy my fingers trying to like lay this up properly. See, it keeps popping out. We did it. It's on there. Just had to use more lube, lots of lube. And now I'm going to butcher this cut here to get this.
It's weird they just don't make it to length.
I know, I don't know, man. It's just whatever. Thankfully, there is an end piece that bolts. Yeah, that bolts onto here. That'll cover that up. But yeah, so you can see with this sides, this lower valance, I'll call it. I don't love this piece of rubber because it doesn't necessarily match the front bumper. Now that the bumpers don't have like any gray rubber on them, this is a bit of a standout piece, but we'll see what it looks like on the ground. I'd like to point out that the craziness of the 80s and 70s was that manufacturers just put sheet metal screws into bodywork, and that was it. That was, I guess, a common practice. As you saw, I just put one down here and into here, and that's it. That is OEM, guys. So they didn't, like, you know, have a backside nut on there or anything. It was just like, oh, sheet metal, let's put her in, tighten her up like I just did there, and we're good. I kind of liked it like that though, DP. It's also a, you know, sign of not giving a care as much, and yes, the attention to detail is not there, so you're not so worried about wrecking stuff. But the flip side is, it is somewhat ironic. These cars are worth so much money, and yet things like this are a commonplace. Last minor to-do item here is to refresh the glass on the front headlights. You can see this is the original Bosch one. Very, very pitted. I don't know, you can't really see my face through it, but it is pitted. Take me for that. And here is a replacement one, which is gonna look much nicer. This may seem like a minor thing to you, but this amber turn signal, yes, this is actually a turn signal. This is a Euro car. Does not match the orange on that side marker, so I'm just gonna delete this. I kind of like the idea of the only thing orange being that side marker on the car. I'm gonna go to a clear setup on here. So there it is, the clear one is in place. I did use an amber bulb just because I do want it to match the front. And I I think it looks better. I really do. We are essentially done here, guys. There's just that whole question of the lip. Thank you, Richie, for making this easy. I totally forgot he had mocked this up here, so we can mock this up. Look, 4 screws we're in, and now we can lower this car and finally look at it as a whole. Before, you know, I was looking at it without the wing. Now that the wing is up there, it's like pretty big and gives the back end some girth, where now with the front lip here, I think it also adds to that. So let's lower this and have a look at what it looks like. Got to give this thing a quick little push, get it to settle. Well, I mean, I actually don't mind it now, DP.
Yeah, I like it better now too, to be honest.
You know, with the rest of the car, it looks good. I think what Richie did was move this thing back considerably.
Yes.
Before I was like lining it up too far forward and it almost had like this weird chin.
Mm-hmm.
Now with it back there, I'm actually liking it. I think my least favorite part about this lip is this area right here. It almost feels unfinished. See it, like this line goes up and around, where this one kind of does the opposite. It goes down this way, so it opens it up. I just added an extra screw here. As you can see, it's brought the back portion here of this lip to the bumper, and I think it suits it better. The other one almost looks like a splitter, where it just like is very abrupt and comes out here. So now really the question mark is, how much of this do I shave to kind of give it the same look as here? I was thinking maybe if I went this far back, if I like profiled it like that, but that might create a weird chin look where it feels like it's too far forward, where this piece is kind of integral. So I'm gonna go slow and just start shaving some of this off. Well, I think it already looks
It does, yeah. Just takes the edge
a
off.
lot better. Here is the do-it-yourself carbon fiber kit from Industry Garage that uses all fiberglass products. And I had every intention of showing you guys how to do this today in this episode. However, after reading the instructions, I realized that this is a multi-day process. We can't just like lay this up once, let it cure for a couple hours and bolt it on and show you. So we're gonna push this to the next episode, but rest assured, what you're gonna see is we are gonna take this and cover it in fiberglass or in carbon fiber, I think right up to around here, and make it look really good and really cool.
We gotta wrap that front edge, PT, so we don't want any seams.
I know. We're gonna make it as professional as we can. So, what do you guys think? I'm really, really digging the outcome here. It is everything that I wanted, other than the fact that I would like to be, I don't know, maybe half an inch lower. The ride height is a little high for my liking, but I know our roads cannot handle, or this car cannot handle our roads any lower. It's just gonna compromise the ride, and I just don't want that. I'd rather be okay driving it like this than look really cool and hate the driving experience. This car is never gonna look better than it does right now. And the back end is just like, it's so sinister and mean. I just love it. The oval exhaust tips are perfection in my opinion. I love this bumper. Like, gone are those accordions. It's all nice and smooth here. The vents here show off the exhaust. Like, it's just so rad. I do love the little insert of carbon fiber. That certainly goes well. Once we get the carbon fiber lip done, I think it's really gonna offset it quite nicely. And it's not insane. Like, this wing isn't just crazy like that other wing. I think that other wing would have just been next level for this car, where this still looks like a very, very cool looking, unique street car in my opinion. So I am super happy with how it all turned out. And I think that is gonna be a wrap on this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. In the next episode, we have wheels coming, and they are going to level this thing up. It is a little black right now, I'm not gonna lie. The color that I went with, it is going to be classic, it is gonna be awesome, and it's going to be race inspired. So take your guesses as to what is coming. And once again, thank you so much for watching. We will see you guys in the next one.